Alright, should be live here. Just heading straight over to things. We have some things to talk about for sure. That is definitely for sure. Let me get stream chat pulled up though. Just give me one moment. Alrighty. Well, there was a bit of a turn of events today, as you guys could imagine. And I know you guys most definitely know. Looks our poll is leaning towards yes for a high risk tomorrow. I'm going to break down everything that I think will happen to. But diving right in before I go into things. Here we have a moderate risk of severe weather, and that is driven by a 45% hatched wind risk. We do have a 30% hatched tail risk, along with a 15% hatched tail risk, and a 5% tornado risk. Now, what do I think? Here is what I think without showing you guys models. I do think I'm actually going to change to orange. I would draw my enhanced risk out like this. That right there would be my enhanced risk. Alright, the chance that I'm giving it a high risk is around a 35% chance. I'm giving it a 35% chance. Then this would be my moderate risk for tomorrow. My moderate risk would be across this area right here. That would be my moderate risk. And then if I were to issue a high risk, it would likely be right in here. That would be where I would. And if I go ahead and move this back to white and take that off your screen, I do think the hail risk, I am anticipating a 45% hatched hail risk across this area tomorrow morning. So we'll definitely have to watch that. I really don't use radar omega anymore. Yes, I'd have to agree. Weatherwise is better. It will only be for wind. It will not be tornado driven. We cannot have a high risk for hail, in case you guys didn't know that. I do think a 10% non-hatched tornado risk across this area is possible too. Okay, I don't know. Okay. Now, moving on to models. This is the latest HRRR run that we'll be able to see. So this is by around midday tomorrow. We see storms fire, and they are initially moving northeast, and then they hit the front up in Kansas and start to drop to the southeast. Yes. And there is one thing that here we are seeing storms a lot farther to the northwest now, or I should say northeast, not northwest. So Billings, Montana, what part of Colorado? So this is why I think our enhanced risk will extend up across this area. I do not know why my pen got so big, but and then I'm watching right in here for that high risk, and I will show you that real fast here moving forward. You can see that line is most intense right through there. If we go and look at the significant tornado parameter values, this is why I think we may we may get a 10% tornado risk. North of Colorado Springs. All right, I'll go over that in a second. So as you can tell, instability tomorrow is going. Oh wait, this is the significant tour. You can tell there's going to be a brief period across a pretty large area that we're watching the chance for a brief tornado. Oh no. Stream. Alright, I don't know why stream froze. Give me a second. Is it unfrozen? Tell me in chat if it's unfrozen. Is it unfrozen? I think it is, but instability, there's a lot of things that we have to go over. Alright, good. Let's see here. Surface-based gate. Also, I want to actually go over this too. I created this right here. If it would. Alright, of course. Okay, this happened last night too with everything. It all broke. Alright, we're gonna have to go ahead and... So, there's my custom graphic. We'll go over that in a sec. Okay, I understand. It's unfroze. Alright, here's my custom graphic. This is a very low through extreme threat for severe weather. You can tell I have a scale of very low possible, moderate, high, significant, violent, and extreme. I have the wind at a violent threat tomorrow, the hail at a moderate threat, a tornado is at possible threat. Derecho, I actually have at a high threat, which is pretty rare. I'm usually very conservative when I make these, but I do think a derecho is going to occur tomorrow. I have 75 mile an hour wind, or 75 plus mile an hour winds at extreme, and 2+ inch hail at moderate. So surface-based cape, you can already tell tonight we have a very favorable atmosphere, and with no convection, that's really not going to do anything. You can tell there is a ton of instability tomorrow as those storms occur. I'm going to take 3 soundings, one in western Oklahoma, one along the Red River, and I want to take one up near Kansas and Oklahoma. You can tell TOR possible hazard type 6,783 cape. D cape, where is D cape at? It's located around here somewhere. 3 cape is at 196. D cape is 1421, so 1,421. That is very high D cape. Alright, one right around here. And we'll go over shear in a second too. Marginal tornado, but 5,775 cape. 1349, 1,349 D cape. 128 3 cape. Now, I want to take one up here. As you can tell, there's a lot of instability actually up in portions of northeastern Oklahoma. We still 4,700 Cape in northeastern Oklahoma. D Cape is high. No, I mean, I don't know. We have a very primed atmosphere across this whole area right here. So if we see storms fire up along a line and push down through this area, we are likely going to have a very large moderate risk when we wake up tomorrow. I am not ruling out a very large moderate risk by tomorrow morning if models show storms pushing out through more of a line up in Kansas and pushing down. So we're definitely going to have to watch that. I'm not ruling that out. If we go ahead and look at, let's do bulk shear. So in the lower levels tomorrow, I love how chat just like died. So there's not a ton of wind shear, but we're going to have to watch it very closely. That was only in the 0 to 1. Here in the 0 to 6, I know there's probably going to be a lot more in the upper levels. Let's see here. Tomorrow, there's a decent amount of shear in the upper levels, so gonna watch that. Let's go ahead and head over to the NAM. Pardon me. I know what the current day one outlook is. I've pulled up. Alright, weather-wise, come on. Current day one. Destructive winds of 80 to 100 mile an hour and very large hail are possible tomorrow. That is some very strong wording. Wow. And NAM is honestly agreeing too with a primed atmosphere. Because this is tonight and it has a pretty primed atmosphere. Oh my gosh. This is making me mad. My internet is making me mad. Okay, this is just terrible what is going on with my internet right now. Why did my internet have to break, like, right now? Like, every single time I, like, am doing a briefing, like, coverage, it's fine usually. But anytime I try and do a briefing is when it breaks. I'm just going to have to head over here to College of DuPage models. Okay. Well, the SPC is definitely having fun lately, issuing their outlooks, and even their mesoscale discussions like a few days ago. If you guys remember that, we had a bit of a weird SPC outlook the other day. We had like SPC MDs. We had like a MD back here. We had a MD like right here. Then we had another MD extending all the way up here. It was like that. So then I had a tiny MD across here. It was something like that. I'm actually going to try and pull pivotal weather back up. NAM, please do not break this time. So let's go severe weather. Actually, we're probably going to want to take a look at what radar may look like. Let's do... And stream froze again. Stream froze again. Oh my gosh. Okay, Why has stream froze again? I'm going to see. Yes, I know stream froze. I'm trying to fix it. Let's go here and here. See if that fixed it at all. Maybe it'll fix. Alright, I think it's working again. So it appears as if stream is fixed again. Alright, so we're going to go over this now and hope that it doesn't break. So the NAM is looking to show, see, wow. See, our enhanced risk is across like right, that is a terrible outline. It's like across this area right now. Roughly, I should say. It's not across. It's not that far east, but and the NAM is picking up on storms out here, so we're definitely gonna watch. Which NAM is not the highest resolution radar, but I do like to look at it for its severe weather, as it does show pretty good on the Cape. So, wow, lots of instability tomorrow, as you could tell. And let's go and look at the SIG tour here. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be bad. And I don't know when. I actually drew that enhanced risk out pretty good. But I don't know when I'm going to be able to go live. It may have to be around 9:30 again, which is going to be terrible. But we're going to schedule it for 9. And if we go live earlier, actually, we're going to schedule it for around 3. So not super high SIG tour either, but let's see. Bulk shear. There's definitely shear, so yeah. Alright. I think I'm going to end off here. This was really just supposed to be a briefing. Let's actually go ahead and look at the NAM NST model. What's up, Twin Ninja? We're actually about to end off. Let's see. Yeah, tomorrow, the NAM NST model. I love how whenever, like, we're supposed to have intense events, it doesn't show it being intense, but whenever we're not, it shows, like, the craziest events. So let's actually go and take a look at the NAM NST. Wouldn't it be 3KM Konas? Yes. I don't even know. Are these the same model? If someone in chat knows if this is just the same model, please tell me. Well, we're going to find out if this is the same model. Yeah, it looks like the same model. Yeah, it's definitely the same model. I did actually want to show this now. Please do not get mad at me. Yes, it does say experimental NOAA product, not for decision making. This is going to be, this is the rapid refresh model. If we actually look up it, I looked it up, but I already forgot, but RRFS. It's this is the new rapid refresh model. It's going to replace the HRRR. Next year is when it's set to replace it, I should say. It's the rapid refresh forecast system, and the HRRR is high resolution rapid refresh. So this is going to replace it, and it is experimental. But as until we can't get far enough out yet. But the 18Z showed a pretty crazy event tomorrow. As you can tell, like, first, like, around, this is around 7 p.m. It's showing, like, a outbreak of supercells in Texas, a few down here in southeast Oklahoma and central Oklahoma, forming into a line of storms, but a few discrete cells. It is showing a absolute crazy scenario tomorrow. So the last thing that we're going to look at is the CAM model. And then the Southern Plains. So here is for tomorrow, actually, if I can get the time up here, yeah. So going into tomorrow, you can tell, I've heard people be like, all this morning convection. Actually, hold on. Let's see if I can get the latest. Oh, yes, I forgot. It only has 2 runs a day. So this is around right now. Right now, this is where it is. And then we look to tomorrow. Yes, that RRFS run was crazy. But you can see the CAM model is showing a crazy scenario too. But it's showing it a lot farther to the southwest. So obviously there's a lot of model discrepancy. And we're going to have to watch this very closely. If the SPC does go high risk, we will be live for it. Or I should say, in the middle of the night, we will be live if they go high risk. So our poll has got 12 votes. 33% of people said that, yes, for sure, the SPC is going high risk. 8% said no shot. 17% said I'm leaning towards not. And 42% said I'm leaning towards yes. Yeah, that definitely is. Here, give me a second. All right. I'm gonna say not for a upgrade to a 10% hatched. 10% non-hatched is what I would think. So yet again, this is what I'm thinking tomorrow. 35% high risk. I do think our enhanced risk will be out across this area. Our moderate will be in place across this area. And then if we got a high risk, it would likely be across this area. But I'm leaning towards not on the high risk, but I'm not going to say no shot. And then hail, I do think could go 45% hatched. I think it would be right across that area if it did. Tornado, I do think is likely going to be, if it does get upgraded, I think it will be across that area, 10% non-hatched. And then wind would be the thing that got upgraded to 60 sig, but I don't really know, and I'm not sure. But I do actually have to say, gotta watch a little sneaky threat out here near Washington, D.C. and Virginia. 5% risk. So we are going to be live on the channel. I just don't know when. So we're going to keep an eye on it. I will be live, though, tomorrow covering this. So make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you are new here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.